June 30th. So we ended the year with $372.25 in our general expense account. We ended the year with $950 in the town farm expense account. And there are three trust funds. The WHC Trust Fund had $20,424. Town Farm Trust, $29,088. And the Wolf Pit School Trust, $8,512. So we had we ended with a positive balance, I guess you could say a surplus, and that was partly because last year we had a secretary who was outside the commission and who we paid to do minutes, and now Katrina is very generous.
Pro bono.
You're pro bono.
I waived my salary.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do I hear a motion?
I move that we approve it as
Second?
spoken.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Okay. Next item, applications for certificate of appropriateness. First, 1940 Main Road. Deborah Lawrence.
I'm subbing in for my husband. We are putting up a new gutter. Our side porch is falling apart, and we have tried to repair it various ways, and we realized that the real problem is in the gutters. So we are replacing the wooden gutters with a fiberglass gutter.
And so it's just the side porch.
Yeah.
And you've given us a profile. Is that profile close to what's there, or close to what's on has the main roof already been redone?
I don't think the main roof has been redone, or at least we didn't do it.
This is the same gutter that we've approved.
Right. And I don't think there are any real details, because it's a side porch, I don't think there are any returns on that. It just,
It does return, I mean, it,
on the side porch,
like that,
but it just butts into
what's
the,
into the, see,
butts into the side.
and you're gonna replace it exactly as it is, correct?
Yes,
Okay,
They put like for like on
like for like.
Yeah.
application.
And
Okay.
and the downspouts are,
They're not very
Graves.
pretty right now,
uh,
so I don't think we're fixing them or doing anything to them.
people are using round
yeah.
downspouts now.
I'm not sure the
Well, they
downspouts are the
look
problem.
better,
Uh-huh.
so you might look into it.
Okay.
The application says they'll reuse existing downspouts.
Oh, okay.
So
Thank you for that.
save a little money.
Yeah. Right, but are they rectangular now?
They are rectangular
Yeah,
now.
rectangular corrugated. Yeah, the round are probably more historically appropriate if you choose to replace them.
Okay.
So,
Motion to approve.
this requires a public hearing. So the public hearing is now open. Are there any comments from the public? Okay. Hearing none.
I just want to say we have the round ones and they do look nice. That's all. So do I. And I live across the street.
Okay, any more comments? Okay, the public hearing is now closed. Any discussion from the commission? Okay,
Motion to approve.
is there a second?
Seconded.
Okay, let's do a roll call vote.
Caroline Bolter.
Voting
I
aye.
have to say aye.
Oh, aye, sorry.
That's all right. Katrina, or nay, I didn't mean to influence you.
Aye.
Katrina Strozek, aye.
William Kendall, aye.
Garrett Stuck, aye.
Timothy Bryan, aye.
The certificate is approved.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We need monitors.
But I'd like to say that it's very encouraging to see people using a material like that. I mean, it is a new material, and it's such a great substitute for wood. And for years and years, people have been using wood in the district.
Yeah.
And this is, and they have more they carry more water, there's everything good about them, they're paintable. The corners are nicely mitered, exactly like the wood.
Good, I hope it's good, because
Oh, yeah, they're good. They're
we're
excellent.
looking forward to it. We'd like to keep the porch. That's the biggest issue.
Okay, so we need 2 monitors,
I can monitor.
and I can be a monitor as well. So you should contact the monitors when you start the project,
Okay.
and you could do that by sending me an email. And if anything comes up during the process that, or you need a change, then contact us, and then also contact us at the end to let us know it's done.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so monitors are Garrett and Katrina. Okay, next up, 1832 Main Road, replace gutters and fascia.
You don't look like Pastor Seth or Pastor Heidi for that matter.
I'm neither, but I'm representing the Westport Point United Methodist Church. It's the parsonage, and it's the north side. I believe the south side's already been replaced, and we're replacing it with the type of gutters that we just reviewed.
And Jonathan, for the
Yes.
record, would
Yes.
you just say who you are?
Jonathan Palmer,
Thank you.
1832 Main Road. Using fiberglass gutters, all mitered.
It says installed with bed molding. What is that?
No idea.
Yeah, there are some
Something under.
moldings here.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a cove molding that
No,
goes.
this is a molding here.
Yeah, that's a bed mold.
Yeah.
Does it go like underneath the
Yeah.
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 So it probably just matches what's
Right,
on there now.
right, right.
So I couldn't tell from the, so it looks like the gutter has a double return.
Like it wraps totally around.
Yeah, wraps
Yeah.
totally around. And I couldn't tell from,
I think that was an example too, right?
uh,
So I don't think that was actual. Oh yeah, it shows it going back in. If you, on the iPad, you can see it better. What you mean is the return this way too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
okay, and I couldn't quite tell, but,
So that would be the,
that is fine. Okay,
yeah.
so just wanted to make sure about that.
So
anybody else
it's
want-
going to be exactly like it was, right?
right,
Okay.
just using the fiberglass.
Yeah.
Is it over this? Okay, public hearing is now open. Any comments from the public? Hearing none, I close the public hearing. Any further discussion from the commission? Questions? Concerns?
Nope.
Motion to approve.
Seconded.
Okay.
What is the downspouts?
Oh, the
The
downspouts.
ones on there are the square ones. I don't know if they were planning to replace them or not. I mean, I can use my sway to try, but I would imagine the rest are also rectangular, so I don't know if we want to or not.
Apropos.
I don't want to just do the north side, but if I can convince them to do both.
Yeah. Okay, well, that would be something to contact the monitors about if you decide to replace the downspouts. Okay, so we have a motion on the table to approve. Let's do a roll call vote. Caroline?
Aye.
Katrina Strozak, aye.
William Kendall, aye.
Garrett Stuck, aye.
Timothy Bryant, aye.
The certificate is approved.
Great.
Okay, monitors.
I'm happy to monitor. I'm happy to monitor.
Okay. Yeah, I might as well be a monitor too. Do all the downspouts. Okay, so again, call us when the project starts, if anything changes, and then at the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
So approve for fascia and gutter, and if you choose to do downspouts, just let us know.
Okay, we'll do. Thank you.
Okay. let's see. That's the, you have 1813. Okay. So next item is 1813 Main Road. And this is an application to build a 12 by 12 shed. And the shed has already been partly built. And I think this is partly a misunderstanding that the building of that size does not require a building permit. But it still requires a certificate from the Historical Commission.
Okay, Linda and Henry Roy,
Right.
and he had nothing to do with it. I apologize. I was the one who confused things, so I'm sorry. We're very compliant. We do things according to the rules.
We've been through the mill with both
Okay.
houses
All right.
about 7 or 8 years ago.
So, it was,
And
okay.
we got through it.
And I don't think you have a site plan here, but the shed is set back quite a bit from the road, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, like the end of the driveway.
Yeah. So physically, it's beyond the end of the house. It's not behind the house,
Oh, no,
but it's
yeah,
beyond.
exactly.
Is it visible?
It is visible.
So is this siding the finished article, or is that just the
It's texture
substrate?
111.
Okay, but it's not, the application says it's shingle, but
The
that,
front is going
It's
to
gonna
be
be shingled.
shingled.
okay,
The peaks match the house.
I see, okay.
Do you have a picture of the house? I gave him,
Yeah, there's a,
Do you want a picture of the shed or of the house?
well, I got plenty of pictures of the shed, but the picture
Oh.
of the house,
I can look it up for you.
yeah, Trina knows arms.
I'd have to look at
Yeah.
the pictures.
It's the old Doc Curtis house.
That doesn't mean anything to me. I've only been here 40 years.
40?
40. Actually, I think a little more, but.
and that door, that wide door faces the street?
Yes, it does.
18.
And what sort of a door will that be?
Just like,
He was gonna make a door
he was gonna make a door,
with maybe a little bit of the texture, 111 inside it, with the nice appropriate moldings around it, above it,
That's
Mhm.
not the right. it's
freeze
not coming
board
up
at the
correctly.
bottom, all the way around, in the corners.
and that's the house, and the
Moldings.
shed's back
So
here.
it
So
will
that
be,
is, so they have a cottage in the
overlooking.
back, and the shed is over here.
So would
Do
it,
you see?
the texture 111 is not something that you
Yes.
see
So-
historically, but the shingle is
Yeah.
there?
He's
So
got
this
Farron, he'll
picture
put
is
that up so
older,
it'll look
so
like
it doesn't
one
show.
back.
one
Because I just looked this up on Google.
Is
Works.
battens going over it where the joints are?
yes, it would be.
So that joint, that cut in the texture will then get a strip of
Yes,
wood on it, so it looks
Yes.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And will it get corner boards?
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
yes, it will. I mean, I had plans drawn, I hired a contractor, I didn't go to Home Depot and get something off the parking lot.
But we don't have any details. We don't have any details in this application. The trim, the materials have to be specified. And the door, drawing of the door.
So again,
And I don't know where it is.
You've been there many, many times,
I have,
Mr.
Linda.
Kendall.
I have.
Many, many times,
But I
Mr.
have no
Kendall.
idea. I have-
You came back to look at our windows to help you have other historical windows done properly.
Oh, that's right.
You've been
you
in
did-
and out.
Your house looks nice, you did a good job,
Thank you.
Thank you.
but
If you go
I
down,
don't-
you're right, there isn't a site plan.
I don't have a site plan because I
Yeah.
can't visualize where this is.
At the end
It's
of the
just-
driveway, it's right
Yeah,
at the
I-
end of the driveway.
I know where it is.
Are there pictures
I can
from the
show-
road so we can see it?
I can show you a picture off of Google Maps.
Well, the application is incomplete. It should have pictures of where this is.
Are those the battens? That's what we're seeing in this picture?
Yes,
So you're skipping each of the joints with a
piece of
batten?
Farron probably, or some kind of wood.
We're gonna have the moldings that will look like the houses around the cornices, the freeze-board at the bottom, around the double door. It's gonna be a double door made.
I guess my point is you have this textured siding with these curves in it, and the battens are skipping each one of them by the looks of things. I mean, I
But
like
that's
the.
not, it's not complete. It's, we
But it-
stopped. None of that is,
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand what it's going to look like when it's finished, because the drawings are not
We just can't go ahead with any further
showing that.
because we have to have drawings. And we've always insisted that we have clear drawings before we spend any time with this.
So since you had them drawn up, Linda, can you just submit those and we can, review the pictures?
well, apparently I don't have a choice. It's done well, it's done properly. The contractor is an amazing man. I don't know when he'll come back to finish now, but
We need dimensions, we need the size of the corner boards, we need the size of the gable end, the freeze board, the soffit, all of that has to be detailed.
Okay.
The moldings that are used around the door
We will get it for you.
and materials. And photographs of it from the street, from the public view.
As designed kind of thing.
Hmm?
Is that what you mean? Photographs as is designed? Because it's not built completely.
No, just photographs so we can see where it is from
So
the
there's
street.
some context for the,
Yeah,
I mean,
Got
these photographs
I don't think they
don't
apply-
show where it is in
We
relation
try
to.
not to put it on the septic system
Right,
outside.
right.
Yeah.
And
no, it's properly placed.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can talk about that when you come
Right.
back with the details.
Right, we're not saying it's in the wrong place, we're just saying we can't
We don't know where the place is.
tell where it is from what you've given us. Yeah, so you usually.
It's where the garage would have been, but we didn't get one. We have an open air garage.
Yeah, yeah.
So do I. Yeah.
No, I'm sure I'm sure this is gonna be fine, and we probably won't have any problem with it, but we just need the details.
Okay.
I had a little.
It's well constructed.
I had a little concern too about the battens. So will this door
I'll
be,
take pictures.
will it be unpainted or painted?
What?
The door, will the door be painted?
Yes, white, and the white to match the
Okay,
trim,
okay.
but the shingles will be weathered like the house.
Okay.
It'll be just like the house.
Okay. And the other three sides of the building, will they be painted as well?
Like white,
Okay.
yes.
But no battens on those sides?
No. They can't be seen from the road anyway, the sides.
Mhm.
We need to have a
So do we just do a
continuation. We have to
continuation?
have the
Yeah.
And details.
Yeah, I think we need a continuation.
It appears that this is maybe.
So I think you have all the information that you need because the builder created it for you. You just have to submit those details with the
What
app.
he's gonna do.
It's
Yeah.
almost like that should be horizontal if you're trying to do shiplap or
I
something.
wouldn't have to go a month without a
It
door.
might be nice if the whole thing was shiplap, but anyway,
Yeah.
and I don't know how that's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know if this is just, if that's, I mean, do you know, are you planning, is the builder planning to skip every other?
That was just there to support what he was doing because he had to stop. That's all that was. That's.
Well, that would be another neat detail. We need to know exactly what, what that door is gonna look like. Yeah, so,
Draw a design of the door and you will get it.
pardon?
He will give a design, make a design of the door and you will get it.
Okay. And in terms of not shingling the other sides, was that just a cost consideration? I mean, I think probably those sides are somewhat
A
visible.
little bit of time and cost.
Time and cost, okay. Okay, well, so I think the commission would like to continue this to the next meeting. You would have to agree to that.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing you can do.
If you don't agree to it, then we have to vote. But if you agree to a continuation, then.
Of
then
course,
we
I'm
can
going
just-
to do that. We're compliant.
Yeah, no, I'm just
And we
explaining.
follow the rules.
Just explaining the
I mean,
process,
and,
yeah.
You know, I mean, have you seen some sheds in the historic district? They should start with demolition.
Yeah. Okay, so,
So I move to continue to the next meeting?
so if you're agreed, we will continue to the next meeting.
I think we have to have that in writing.
And we have to have it in writing. And
Have what in writing? That I agree?
Yeah.
that you agree
Yeah.
to
Yes.
continue
May I
this.
have a piece of paper and a pencil and
Yeah.
I'll write that I
If we can
agree
find, we
to
can find it.
present you with the information required for the next meeting? I
Yes.
thought we were being videotaped.
We are being videotaped.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
No, we
you
just,
still need it in writing? I'm on
we
the
still need it
camera.
in writing. See if I can even find it. There we go.
Just write it on that.
I need a pen too, please. Thank you, Mr. Kendall.
Our clerk's absent tonight, Linda, or we would have,
We would have the.
we'd have a continuation form for you, so.
Do you have that?
No, our
Oh.
clerk is absent, so we don't have it.
And the date of that meeting is. That would be August 4th.
I don't know if that's, you need more, you can just tell me.
Oops. I think that's fine.
Okay. And I
I'm
think,
not gonna walk off with your pen, Bill.
I think we should vote to accept the continuation.
Okay.
Do I hear a motion?
I move to continue this matter till the August 4th meeting.
Do I hear a second?
Second,
Okay, let's take a roll call vote. Carolyn?
Katrina Strozak, aye.
William Kendall, aye.
Garrett Stuck, aye.
Timothy Bryan, aye.
Okay, so this will be continued until the August 4th meeting at 6 p.m.
Okay. And I'll put whatever information in your mailbox, or do I bring that always through? How does that work?
No, get it to us ahead of time, and we'll look at it, and we'll make sure
Okay.
that we have everything we need.
All right, very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm moving closer so I can hear you better.
Oh, okay. Okay. Next item, applications for certificate of non-applicability. There are none. Preliminary reviews, there are none. Next item, discussion of the Wolf Pit School. Okay, so the Wolf Pit School, for those of you who don't know, is a small historical building on Old County Road at the head of Westport. And it's on private property. The town holds a preservation agreement on the Wolf Pit School. And the part of that preservation agreement gives the Historical Commission the right to inspect the building periodically and to visit the building periodically with notice. We haven't done that for a long time. There's a procedure for doing it. We notify the owners and we schedule an appointment to go see it, and we haven't done that for a long time, possibly never. Anyway, another factor here is that that building, when the preservation agreement was granted, the CPC gave money, I think around $50,000 to renovate and repair the school. So what we would like to do now, and I've discussed this with Betty Slade of the CPC, we would like to exercise our right to inspect the school and to talk with the owners about a protocol for arranging future visits. So what I would like from the commission is basically a vote to approve going ahead with this. But first, any discussion?
It needs painting.
It needs painting, yeah.
And I don't know if it's been painted since it was renovated.
May not.
So that could be 13, 14 years maybe.
It needs to be moved to the handy house.
Well, that would be a different discussion.
I know,
Sure
I
will.
just want to get it out there.
Yeah.
Well, I've been
Well, that's an
talking
idea.
to people,
I
like
don't know
Betty
who
Slade
said
and
it
other people.
needs, but
What?
It's an idea, but
it's an idea.
yeah.
It's an easy thing to do.
Well,
I
we don't
I know,
it.
but I think that that's a much broader discussion.
Oh, I know it is,
Yeah,
I just,
yeah,
I'm sorry that I am.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's one of the ideas that's been broached, but the owners would have to
Who are the owners?
be in favor of that.
I mean, anybody knows?
I don't have their names in front of me, so I hesitate to.
Hello,
Hello?
hi, Bill.
Hello?
I'm Carolyn Baker. I've met you
Of
before.
course, Carolyn.
Open Studios.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great idea that we want to go visit it. I think it's a great building, great property, a ton of historic value and significance for the town. So I think to start with a visit is a great thing to do. I think that, making comments around the condition of the building without us opening the dialogue with the owners is premature. Not saying that it shouldn't be done, but there may be lots of other things to discuss too. So I think it's great as a first step to go visit it and exercise our ability to do that and open the dialogue with the owners.
I'm in a butter. That's why I'm here.
To the Wolf Pit School?
No? To the, I just got an application for a meeting for be there at 6:30. So here I am. For people across the street, Shed.
You just missed them,
Yeah.
and we did a continuance for next month. They're going to add more details to the application.
And the discussion will continue.
The cessation will continue?
The
Yeah.
the discussion will
The
continue.
discussion will continue.
Yep,
Okay.
in August.
So basically, you haven't missed anything, but come back in August.
Yeah.
All right, I have a question then.
Yeah, I think this is out of order, that matter is closed, we're discussing something else. So I'm sorry to cut you off, but you can come back on August 4th and
All right, what
tell us
time?
what you think.
6.
Yeah.
Same place?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, we think.
Because it said 6:30, what I had.
It says-
But there was a mistake, obviously.
Yeah, it says 6 p.m. on the agenda that was posted.
That's okay.
Okay, any other comments about,
What's happening in the Wolf Pit School building?
well, we don't know. We don't know because we haven't asked to visit it. So that's
Is
the,
it, but it's not a school. I mean, it was a school building.
it was a school
Right.
building. As I understand it, it's basically just a shell at this point. There's no, there might be some benches inside. Have you ever been inside?
I don't know anybody who's ever been inside.
Okay.
This is
They
going to be,
spent
this will be wonderful then. I've been wanting to get inside for years.
I think maybe Jane Lowe's was in it once.
10 years ago.
But I don't know that anybody has been in there for years because even the police chief has been kicked off the property when he's tried, it's my understanding.
So is this a public discussion at this point? Or?
And
So-
according to the preservation agreement that I read, the historical commission is supposed to have a key to the building. Is that yours as well?
I mean, those are details that are going to have to be worked out. But I should just say for the record, Yvonne Barr is speaking from the public.
Are you speaking as a member of the
No,
historical?
I'm not here representing
Okay.
the Historical Society in any capacity.
Mhm.
Yeah. So anyway, there are details to be worked out. We don't know what to expect, and you know, the bottom line is that we haven't officially asked before to visit and inspect the building, you know, for whatever reason. But that's what we'd like to do now.
Seems like a plan.
And I've discussed it with Jim Hartnett, and the town is on board with this.
Great. Do you need a motion to,
Yes.
yeah? So I move that we exercise our right and coordinate with the owners to visit the Wolf Pit School.
Second?
Okay. Let's do a roll call vote.
Aye.
Katrina Strozak, aye.
William Kendall, aye.
Garrett Stuck, aye.
Timothy Bryant, aye.
Okay, the motion passes. Okay, so I will prepare a letter. I will notify town, and we'll see where it goes.
May I ask what you see as alternatives if they say no?
I don't think we need to explore that right now. Yeah. We've never asked, so let's see what happens when we ask. Okay. General business, monitors reports. I have one. I can report that I talked to the owner of 2002 Main Road, which was the 2 chimneys that were replaced, and that project is done.
Did you say 2002?
I think it's 2002.
Okay.
Eric Hilt is the owner. And so those chimneys are done. I think they came out quite well. So that project is closed. Any other monitors reports? Okay.
I'd just like to say that we did have a site visit to look at, I don't know the number of the house, but we took
2032.
They had made an application for windows.
Yep.
And so we decided to just to look and see what their situation was because they said it was very complex and many different windows needed to be replaced. So I think it was very, well, it was very informative for us to go out there and see the problem, you know, and also for them. So I'm sure they'll be applying maybe for a preliminary review soon. They were looking into prices on windows and different manufacturers.
Along those lines, I know that when people come in and they talk about windows and what have you, we, especially you, Bill, you're very quick to say, oh, this or this vendor or that vendor. Do we have anything prepared, you know, a list of window manufacturers that we have approved in the district? Not, it wouldn't be a formal, you know, we're not trying to say, hey, you must use this or hey, use these guys, but just kind of a short list of here are the types of folks that we've used that have passed. I wonder if it would just be a lot easier for people who live in the district
It would be.
to have material available to them, so it's not, I mean, because it just feels like it's the same kind of challenge for new homeowners to come in and they don't know. And so just for us as a commission, you know, do we just create a little short list, maybe we leave it on the website, or we have it, so when somebody applies for something, we can give them a list and say, hey, here's,
That's an excellent idea.
There's only one window company that has been approved in terms of replica of the sash that has been approved in the district.
Well, that
The
should be
others
on-
haven't come before us.
Who is the manufacturer?
Boston Sash.
Which is not an everyday word. Does Anderson or Pella or somebody like it, will they have their Model B or?
No.
So you're talking just about sashes, just about replacing the sashes,
That's
is that right?
Right.
But we have approved other windows.
We've approved windows that have replaced windows
Mhm.
or windows on new construction
Mhm.
in areas that are not historically sensitive.
Right, so
Yeah.
the back of the house or the
Yeah.
side of the house, yeah.
I guess that's what I'm suggesting, is that it would
Yeah.
just, I think,
Okay,
Yeah,
I can
we're,
write something down for that.
yeah, and I'm happy to, I mean, if it's easier for you, I'm happy to meet with you and I can create the list. I just think from a pure public
Yeah.
service
Sure, that's
perspective,
very
I
good.
think it would be
It would be
really
great.
helpful.
That's a good idea.
And-
I wish I had a list of more. The problem is that it's very limited because the manufacturers don't, the major manufacturers don't make a truly historical window.
Right,
We've been, even the Anderson window that we've approved, the Woodwright window, or the Pella window, which are the two windows that we have approved, really aren't historically correct either. So, but that's all we have. They just don't make it.
Right, and I think, you know, it's hard enough for us to navigate this issue, so
Yeah.
if we can put down something,
Models, okay, not approved, but if you're using them on the side or in the back, visually that would be helpful.
yeah.
There's Cooper Windows in Stonington and Little Harbour Windows in Maine, close to Boston Sash in their appearance as a historical window.
What was the name of the Stonington?
Cooper Windows.
Yeah, oh, they're very good.
So I mean,
Yeah.
they have a tendency to be a lot more expensive.
I did get a price from them,
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't know the one in Maine. What was that one now?
Little Harbour.
You know,
I mean, Brosco also makes a traditional sash, but you know, are we making people put putty on the glass and put it back traditionally the way it was, which is what you would do in a historic preservation format, or is it? We try to at least try to understand how the cost of these things can drive the work up.
mhm.
I mean, my preference would be to match like for like with putty windows, but that's a lot to ask of people in this day and age with insulation and energy costs and everything else.
What they've been looking into is the new glass.
Yeah, well, that's something that could go onto the website. I mean, I just saw a building that has the ones from Maine, and it has that glass in it, and then they have not traditional putty, but they have a wood stop that simulates a putty
Right.
stop. You know, they're very functional. It's going in a very new building that looks like an old
Tim,
building.
where is this?
Oh, this is in Connecticut. I can't remember the name of the town right
Mhm.
now. I was there in January.
I'm just wondering,
Do you have a picture of the window?
No, but it's on the website. What their capabilities.
It's on Little Harbor's website.
It should be on the. It should be on the website. Yeah.
My understanding is, you know, if three of us gather, it's technically a meeting. But if we're just talking about, hey, let's create a list of potential window manufacturers, or let's create a list of potential paint colors, or let's create a list of, you know, like the fact that downspouts are round, right? Just to have that
Yeah.
somewhere,
Yeah.
I think it just might help provide guidelines earlier in the process, right? Because when people replace their gutters, they kind of do it once. They don't come back multiple times.
Right, yeah, and even, you know, to list the
And
things that
who
we,
actually cares whether it's round or rectangular, but if we care,
Right.
Right.
Just tell them.
And to let people know ahead of time what we do care about, which is, I mean, there is a lot of that in our guidelines.
Yes.
But you know, with gutters, we care about the returns, the trim details,
Right.
things like that. So, yeah, the more of that we can do, the better.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm happy to help pull some things together. I just haven't been on the commission long enough
Mhm.
to know what all the information is. But I'd be happy to meet separately to try to draft some things that we can review.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, and
maybe
so,
we just
and so-
start with windows, right? Make it
Yeah,
easy.
start with the windows. Let's not make it too big. But three members of the commission can meet without.
Being an issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's only when a quorum
Okay.
gathers that it has to be.
I
in
mean,
an
we've got
open meeting.
brick and mortar as well, so I didn't
Mhm.
see those chimney rebuilds, but the type of mortar
Yeah.
that would have been used, white Portland cement, sand.
Yeah, and I believe that's what was used. It was done by a guy who does a lot of.
Oh, he does that? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Well, that's nice when they do that.
yeah. Okay, well, I mean, if the three of you would be willing to.
I'm happy to
Okay.
comment and help as necessary.
So why don't you
Yeah,
start
sure.
with windows
Start with windows.
as a beginning, and then we can add to it.
Yeah,
I think windows and gutters, since
Ooh,
we've.
windows and gutters? All right.
that'd be great.
I think Garrett's going to share phone numbers, so I'll be able to call you.
Right. Okay. No, that's a great idea. Okay, other items? Okay, so we had, I'm glad you reminded us, Bill, about the site visit. Anything else?
What about my suggestion of a list of phone numbers and emails?
I have it turns out that Katrina and I both made a draft of the list. And I didn't have everyone's phone number, but next time we'll get you something.
Yeah. Who are you missing? Just
Ward.
Ward?
Yeah.
So we're missing wards, and then we can get it out to everybody.
Do you have when when our term is up?
We have the dates, yes. You,
I've got 2 years, I think.
30th of June, 2026.
I'm up in 2026? Oh.
Next year, according to Paula Brown. Yeah. As is Deborah.
I thought I had another 2 years. Well, it's fine.
So. Okay, anyway, we'll get that to you next week. Any other business?
Motion to
I
adjourn.
move that we adjourn.
Okay, Bill moved. Caroline, are you seconding?
I'm seconding.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.